Good morning, everyone. We're now in the middle of Hanukkah. Hope everyone is having an enjoyable holiday. Everyone's enjoying the Hanukkah time as it's a bridge in the new year as well. Hanukkah goes into the new year next week. It's just a great time, a holiday season for everyone. I hope everyone's enjoying themselves, enjoying all the activities, and the great food that we're having. We've been speaking about Hanukkah for a number of weeks leading up, and finally it's here. And the question is, what is the one message we could take out? If you had to put everything, all the thoughts about Hanukkah, the miracles, everything, you could bottle it up and put it into one final message. What would that message be? I think the answer is always hope and life. The days of Hanukkah, things looked really bad for the Jewish people in Israel at the time, and yet they just didn't give up. So many steps along the way, fighting, looking for the oil, lighting the oil. Every step along the way, they had a choice. Should we just give up or not? And they didn't give up once, didn't give up twice, and finally, they were successful. And the message to all of us is, even when things look really bad, they look down, and even we fight once and we sort of succeed, don't give up the second time, the third time, the fourth time. Even if it doesn't always work out for us, we never give up, we'll always have hope. We'll now continue with the singing of Lechadodi, the song we sing Friday night, written by the great Rabbi of Shlomo Alkabetz in the late 1400s. Lechadodi lekras kala pnei Shabbos nekabela lechadodi lekras kala pnei Shabbos nekabela shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad Ishmiyahanu kel hamyuchad Hashem echad Ushmaho yachad L'shemo sefer v'lesila Chad odi l'kras kala Nehi Shabbos nekabela L'kras Shabbos l'chuvin elcha Ki mekor haberacha meirosh mikedem nesucha Sov ma'aseh b'machshavot chila lecha dodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela mikdash melech Ir melucha kumitzi mitoch ha'afecha Rav lo shevet b'yemekabocha V'hu yachamol alayichem lalecha Dodi lekras kala Nei Shabbos nekabela Hisnari me'afar kumi Livshi big day sefarte chami al yad ben yishai beis alachmi Karva el nafshi gi yahala lecha dodi lekras kala Nehi Shabbos nekabela hisahoreri Kiva horechu miyori Uri, shir daberi, Gevod Hashem, alayich nigla. Lecha dodi lekras kala, Pnei Shabbos nekabela, V'hayu l'mshisa, shahosayich, V'rachaku kameh v'halayich, Yosis alayich elokayich, Kim sozcha sanal kala lecha dodi lekras kala. Pnei Shabbos nekabela yamin usmal tehefrotzi v'yes Hashem daritzi al yad ben yishai beis alachmi karva el nafshi giyala lecha dodi lekras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela v'wi b'shalom Atares ba'ala gam berina ovitzahala
Hochemune Yam Segula Ba'vikala Lecha Dodi Lekras Kala Oneg Shabbat Nekabela.
In this week's Torah portion, we read about the climax of the story between Joseph and Judah, his brothers. As he finally approached him, they did not know that he was the leader. Their brother was the one who was the leader in Egypt the entire time. They didn't recognize him, and finally he reveals himself to them and he says, listen, you guys sold me to Egypt as a slave many years ago, 20 years ago, and look what's happened, look what's become. God has turned the tables. And their brothers feel embarrassed. They feel that they've been caught in the lie that they've had for so many years. But Joseph says to them, it wasn't you, it was God. And he's able to ease them and calm them down, saying, listen, God had his plans, and yes, maybe you didn't act properly, but nothing would happen without God doing so. And that's the lesson from the Parsha, the lesson connected to Hanukkah as well. Nothing happens in life unless God deems it, determines it should happen. So when things don't happen the way we want, we always have to take a step back and say, maybe we didn't want it this way, but God, he wanted it this way. If we have this in mind, we're able to cope with it, we're able to deal with it, and we're able to look forward to the future.
We're now finished with the singing of Adon Olam. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'es Nasa B'Chefso Kol Azai Mehelech Shemo Nikra V'Yacharei Kechlos HaKol Levahado Yimloch Nora V'Haya V'Hoveh V'Yiyeh B'Sifara V'Hu Echad V'Yein Sheni Hamshilo Lehachvira V'Li Reishis V'Li Sachlis V'Lo Ha'od V'Hamizra V'Hu Keli V'Chai Goali V'Tor Chevli V'Yes Nasa V'Hu Nisi Umanosli Minas Kosi B'Yom Ekra B'Yahado Avkid Ruchi V'Yesishan V'Yahira V'Yemrochi Gev'Yasi Ado Shemli V'Lo V'Ra. And have a happy and healthy week, a great weekend, a great Shabbat. We'll see everybody next week.